This is the super awesome bear we are about to make in Blender. And something I want to point out is this is perfect for beginners, and it's perfect for so many animated, simple cartoon style characters, right? You could easily make this a rabbit by pulling the ears out. Honestly, I've used this shape for birds and ducks and all sorts of things. So I'm going to walk through step by step how to make our adorable friend the bear here, and you can use it however you want. Let's get going. This is Blender. Let's make a bear. So I'm going to click General. I like to hide my light and my camera. Now right here, all I need with this guy is this can be a 1, that can be a 1, except I need this to be a 2. Actually, let's go a bit bigger. Let's do 2, 2, and 4. Awesome. And we are going to use this. It's easier to manipulate a cube than a sphere for many purposes, including this one. I'm just going to add a modifier, subdivision surface modifier, and I am going to be going up to 3 and 3. Let's stick it at 3 for now. And that's actually what we need. So I'm going to go into edit mode now. Okay. Once I'm in edit mode, I am going to be adding a loop cut. Click. And I actually need 2, so I'm just going to go 2. Bam. All right. Now the first one, I'm going to go into edge select mode and click on it. I'm then going to go select, loop, edge loop. Let me click on X here. And we are going to move this up. So this is going to be the first part of a neck. Something like this. Oh yeah, that was perfect actually. 0.5 is exactly what we were looking for. And now I'm going to click on this edge and do select, loop, edge loop. And I can show you what I mean once again, just like that. And there. And yep, that was actually good as well. 2.8 is awesome. Okay. So for these, with this one, I'm going to have it. Well, let's do the top one first. So now I'm then going to go, again, going to do select edge loop, and now I'm going to shrink it. So I'm going to grab this white edge and go 0.4, 0.4, and 0.4 is excellent. Okay. And now I'm going to click this one and do select, loop, edge loop, and now again, 0.7, 0.7, and 0.7 is great for that one. So this is actually looking great. I'm now going to do a face select tool, and I'm going to go look down here, because we're going to increase this in size as well. Let me have a look at the front. Our bear is not going to be quite that big. Let's take a look at 1.7, I believe. 1.7 should be great for our purposes. Awesome. So this is looking good. Let's go into object mode. And we actually are going to do a few things. First, we're going to do a material. So I'm just going to call this brown. And then, well, I'm going to make it brown. The only brown I can ever remember is 654321. And mine's going to be darker than that. What about 332211? Like that? Oh, light. And of course, you can make yours whatever you want it to be, but that's mine. I'm going to increase the roughness a bit so it's not as shiny. And that is maybe a 0.5. That's looking good. So far, so good. Okay, and we also need to, we need to apply this. Awesome. Let's head back into edit mode. And with all of that applied, I'm going to click on that guy and select mode. Go ahead and zoom in. Okay. So I need a snout. For the snout, I'm going to center it in the face. So the neck's about here, one up. The chin here about. Okay. Let me make sure. Yes, this will be dead middle. So it's this. Notice 4, 4, 4. Okay. And then face, inset, .025 is looking good to me. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and do extrude. Perfect. That's what we need. And I'm just going to start pulling on it. Boom. Let me take a look at this side view. Let's see, 0.6 maybe. 0.6 is looking good, okay? But what we want now is I'm going to click on move, and I want to pull this upward. Something like that. So I pulled mine up 0.15 afterwards, okay? That is looking great. Let's shrink down the scale. Okay, so I'm going to click here, because snouts go in. Okay. And so for X, I might do 0.8. For Y, though, I might do 0.7. And then, for X, let's do actually maybe even 0.9. Oh, X is going to be the length. We want to leave X alone. And then Z, that's going to be too thin. It's a bit of finagle, but that's what looks good to me. So now I'm going to click on select and Z, and I'm going to do ears. Now the tricky part about ears is you want them kind of on the edge here. Let me see where that is. Yep, that's actually perfect. So here's my center, 2 away, center. I'm going to hold down shift, 2 away. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is face and set faces. Something like that. Yeah, let's do 0.04. Okay. And now I'm going to click on X, because my next step in this is to do extrude region. And 0.2 is looking perfect. Okay. I'm going to now switch into edge mode. Click. All right. And once I do, let's go into select. I'm going to go ahead and bevel the top. So I'm going to click one edge right here and do select. Select edge loop. Oh, it didn't get it all, so I'm just going to have to, I'm holding the shift key to select all these. And then I'm going to do edge, bevel edge, 0.02, just to get it to start looking like a ear. Okay, and same thing here. I'm going to hold shift, 0.02. Awesome. All right, and now let's use face mode and set them. So I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'm going to hold shift to select this one. And I'm going to go now face and set. And I'm doing 0.01. And I'm going to move these down just a bit. So they're at that edge-ish. Yeah. Negative 0.025 is looking awesome. Okay. And now I'm going to do, I can just use this actually, extrude region. And I'm going to push. Negative 0.03 is great. We are getting some awesome ears. Okay. All right. Now that that is done, let me click here. I'm going to click right here. Click off for a sec. This is great. So I want to add just a little bit. I'm going to add another loop cut right here to help us out. I'm now going to click select. And you want to be in edge select mode. I'm going to click. And I'm holding shift to click on all of these edges. And what I'm going to do now is actually going to do edge bevel. And we just need a teeny bit And then we want to extrude it inwards just a bit. And what this does is it's going to provide a little bit of a line for us to create the illusion of lips, of, yeah, what an actual animal would have. Awesome. And then we're going to use scale, and I'm going to mush it down some. So if you look at it, right, I've almost totally closed it. I changed it negative 0.15. Okay? And that's exactly what we want. We want a seam. All right. That is looking perfect. So let's go ahead and back into object mode now. We need to add a couple things. Add mesh UV sphere. Okay. And it's way down here. And so just so you can see, it doesn't really matter, but mine, I guess, is at 2.5 and 3. But I'm going to change the size. Really, that's what I want you to see. 0.2, 0.2, 0.2 for starting. This is going to be a eye. Okay. But we're going to need to, well, mush it even more. So first the X, it's way too much. Let's do a 0.1. And then the, see where it's at. It's looking pretty good. So I'm thinking a 3.1. 1.1 maybe? Okay. And 0.5 maybe? Let's see. Okay, I need to rotate it, so let me do that as well. Still is looking a bit too big. Whoop. All right, this is looking perfect. So mine turned out to be 1.06, and then 0.6, and then 3.1. Okay, and then for rotation, negative 28 degrees. Just kidding, I meant 28. Yep. And now for the other side, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up here to Object, and then I'm going to do Duplicate. And I'm just going to click. Okay. And so what I want basically is, let's try negative 28. Okay. And 1.6, let me check all my numbers here. 1.6 and then 0.6. Okay, so obviously we need negative 0.6. And then 3.1. Okay, and that's looking awesome. Okay, and now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to do again, object, duplicate object. And I'm just going to click right away. It is there. Okay, I'm on it. And I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see, that was 0.05. Let's try 0.08 and 0.1. Hit Z, and we should have a teeny little pupil. So my X is going to be the same. So I need 1.06. Just kidding. My X is not going to be the same. And negative 0.6. There we are. That's going to be. But I might shift that over a bit. And that is looking good. So now I'm going to do object duplicate again. Whoop. Except this time, like I did previously, I'm going to unnegative it. I'm going to do 1.08-ish. And then, what was this? 0.62. So I'm going to do 0.62. Okay. And then 3.1. Oh no. There it is. Awesome. Okay, so I need this, and I'm going to add a material. Let's start adding a bunch of them. And my material is going to be new, and it's a pupil. I'm going to go black. Same thing over here. Well, I could have just, there we go. Okay. And then I need a nose, right? So for my nose, I'm going to do a click, and then I'm going to do an object, duplicate object, and click. Pull up. And if you're worried you can't see, all the numbers are in the sidebar here. Okay. Oh, let's do 0 on that. 0 rotation. There we go. That is looking more like a bear by the second. Okay. Maybe for the ears, you want to go, I don't know, we might just go black for now. You do a pink if you wanted. I'm holding shift to click all these faces. I'm just going to do something pretty close to black and call it ear. I'm going to assign it. Okay. And now what we really want to do is the paws. This is looking awesome. All right, so let's go into object mode and we're going to do add mesh UV sphere. I'm going to move it out here. Okay. And then let's go into this and I'm going to size it down. And for a paw, what I really want is you want to mush it this way a lot and this way some. You definitely don't want a perfect circle. So the x, I'm going to have my x at 0.3, my y at 0.4. Nope. My y at 0.6, and my z at 0.5. That's looking better. That looks like a paw. Okay, so 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 is really what you're looking for. Let me click here. Yep, that's it, because you need a hand. Okay, so I'm going to click on the X. I'm going to zoom in. And first, I'm going to go ahead and add color to this, actually. And it's just going to be the brown, same as the bear. Okay, now with this, I'm going to do object, duplicate, boom. But now for the size, object, apply, scale, okay? And what I want is more like 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. Because it's going to be a nail. Well, a claw, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to say 0.15, 5.1, negative 0.6, just to help you out here. And then look at this. This is going to be at 4.888. Okay. So now I'm going to do object, duplicate. I'm going to hit Y so it stays on the Y axis. And right about there. 4 point is great. And then I'm going to do object, duplicate. That is great. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and extend it out just a bit. It's the big scary middle one. Awesome. And now I'm going to click this, and this. And I'm going to go ahead and new that color. It might be easier to do it one at a time. And we can get rid of that. There we are. 1 nail. 2 nail. 3 nail. Okay. Now I'm going to select all of this and do object duplicate. Hit Y because it will be on the feet as well. Okay. And then I'm going to do that again. Select all of this, but do object join. Oh, it got confused. That's fine. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and zoom out. I'm going to move my whole hand over. I'm going to click on Y here. Oh, bring this to the surface. Click on X. Bring it over. Okay, let's see where it's at. Oh, let's not see where it's at. Alright, we're on it. I'm going to go ahead and do a resize. Let's just squeeze it in just a bit. Alright, like that. Perfect. So, 0.86 is looking good here. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it up, pull it down, do a bit of rotation. Now I want to rotate it this way some. Okay, and this really is kind of up to you. How do you think a bear should hold its claws? Okay, I'm liking that, and I've decided I want it a bit bigger again. But again, this is up to you. Alright, so that is looking awesome. So what I'm going to do now, let me just go into select mode. There we are. Object, duplicate. I'm going to hit Y so it stays on the Y axis. I'm going to set it right here. Let's just get it turned the other way. Awesome. And the final thing, our feet. Here's one. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a big foot. Big foot for a big bear. Okay. And now let's rotate it. Click Y because I'm going to rotate it most of the way in the Y direction. Not totally because I want them to see these toes. Gonna put it down towards the feet. Just -3, I guess. So, one here, it looks like, and then let me do object. Duplicate, I'm gonna click Y to keep it on the Y axis. And let me click off. And we have a bear. I might even, if you want to expand these toes, which I'm going to do, click on these guys. All of them, I'm going to scale them out. So I'm going to make them a bit bigger. And a bit longer. Rawr. But we have a friendly bear. So if you want, I'm going to click here. Let's take a look at the camera. So for rendering purposes, I'm going to turn on the light and the camera. Now I'm going to go ahead and do view, sidebar, view, lock camera to view. Okay. And let's switch to the lighted view. I like doing it about here. This lamp here, let's change that up to something. Let's do a sun. Usually 6 is plenty. And then I like a nice transparent background so I can use it anywhere, like a game. And then I like to minimize shadows. So it's kind of up to you. I'm going to do something like that. And then render. I think his name is Todd. I hope you made a really, really awesome bear or something else cool. If you did, make sure to comment about it and tell me about it below. And yeah, make sure to subscribe. It gives me warm fuzzies.